Good evening. How are you all doing? People are vaguely alive. Well, I'm kind of falling into that same bracket. I'm kind of falling ill at the moment. So, I'm going to try my best to keep my voice intact, but if it does end up breaking, then so be it. Tipster just there you go, you got it. Yeah, just help. Hopefully that page exists. Oh, does it exist? Hang on. Oh no, it's not there anymore. One moment. One moment. It's been moved. So I moved it for the 1 versus 100 stuff. Where did I move it to? It's a good question. Where did I move it to? Let me quickly fix that, because that I can very easily fix before we go into this proper. That is if I want to be able to connect to the server so I can find out where it is. Whiskers could always possibly host the show as well. That's always a good idea. Where is Whiskers? Whiskers is currently just sitting on the bed, just looking at me funny. So, do I just have it on the... okay, I know where the link is now. Okay. So it should be... close the game briefly. Change the link. It's this one. Check out that link instead. And make a build of it. Meow. Hello, catnip. Make a build. Save it. Yes. All that good stuff. Meow. Hello, Whiskers. You're making a noise now. Just woke up from a nap. Oh, that sounds absolutely divine. Hit the play button. Wait a bit. Still got to wait the 30 seconds until we can try the command out, but hopefully it will point to the right location now. Wait, the prerequisite. Now, that should be the link that works. There we go. So, new people, follow that link, and that gives you a little overview over everything. Scorecout's also doing his duty as well as explaining in a more short form version, the sort of the Cliff Notes version, I guess. Cool. Right, let me get the leaderboard screen up. Take you off, put you on, and go to game and quiz night base, and there we go. So that's where everybody's sitting now after the many games of 1 versus 100. As you can see, the streak from 1 versus 100 is certainly very powerful, because Tipster's now moved all the way up into first place by a good 1,600 odd points. So yeah, but we're doing a lovely Wonder Wall this evening though, so always good to come back to the Wonder Wall every now and then. We should have enough questions, and we may have a special little thing near the end as well, which I'll go into a little bit later on. Let's get this first lobby underway, huh? Start the Twitch game off. All right. Special mystery game indeed. Some people will know what it is by what's been said on the Discord, but it's weird. This is the first time I've done a Wonderwall with a 3-monitor setup. It's actually very weird because now everything's in different places to what I'm expecting them to be. So I'm like, I'm expecting the chat to be on my right. Nope, it's not there anymore. It's on my left. So yeah, we're back to Wonderwall, which means no extension at the moment. So you just have to type everything in the Wonder that is Twitch chat. The frame rate is lower than I. What is the frame rate doing? Why is the frame rate dipping? Hang on. Let me just see what's going on here. Frame rate was just going all over the shop there. Is that because it was on that monitor? I don't know. The frame rate was like 30 frames, 40 frames. It was very weird. I have to keep an eye on that. The first time with the 3-monitor setup, so that might be affecting it in some way, I guess. Yeah, if you don't want to be in the hot seat, just type quit, which happens to be an anagram of the room code currently for some reason, but that's it. So if you're a new person, you probably want to sit out, but I won't hold it against you if you want to try just jumping in head first. That's no problem. If you've seen a previous video, I guess, on YouTube or whatever, then you probably will have a good idea what's going on. But anyway, yeah. Good to see some new names here. Random Zombie, welcome. Holger Mate, welcome. Farnham Ref, remember you from last week watching the chase, welcome. May actually be able to participate this time round. You've seen Winning Lines. Well, if you've seen Winning Lines, then you know how that works. In terms of how it plays in the game, in chat, if you are the hot seat player, you feel free to talk. Oh yes, you also lost 75k on one versus. Oh yes, he did. Indeed, he did. You are, yeah. So you have. Hang on then. So how come you haven't got any points then? How come you haven't got any points if you've played? Interesting. That's very interesting. You should have some XP. Huh. I'll have to look into that. If you're definitely playing 1 versus 100, you should definitely have some XP at this point, because this should be a carryover for all of the other previous games, including 1 versus 100 stuff. I will investigate that at some point. I do apologise. Yeah, video referee required. VAR. Needs some VAR. Oh dear. Unscrupulous XP management this is. It's the VAR button. Adds it to the notepad. Thank you, Catnip. Yeah, it's very weird that why you haven't got any points there if you've definitely played along. And certainly, it's worked for Tipster because he's definitely number 1 spot, and that definitely would be correct given the amount of playing of 1 versus 100 stuff. So, anyway. Glance through it as I review the VODs. Someone will PM me. Alright, go. Also, hello there, Elias. Wasn't quite expecting you this early on from what you were saying, but welcome anyway. Hopefully all the necessary categories are enabled, disabled that they need to be. We're not in expert mode at the moment. Just listening, leaving work. Alright, no worries. Whose point needs to be investigated? At the very least, Farnham Ref, because he was playing along and so should definitely have some points. The fact that he doesn't is kind of worrying. That maybe the last session didn't get saved in some way. So we will investigate that, and once we figured out what's going on with that, we will adjust people's points as necessary. Need to recycle present, not a problem. As I was saying before, if you are picked as the hot seat player, you can choose to play in the chat or in Whisper, either or. If you are in spectator mode or not picked to be the hot seat player, then try and whisper to Quizbot 3000 your answers, so that you don't give the answers away to the hot seat player. But I do realise on mobile it is difficult to do that, so if you are in a situation where that is difficult, then by all means answer in the main chat. That guy, yeah. Just click on his name. There should be an option to go message. You could also do /w space Quizbot 3000 space and some message, and then that starts a whisper window up. Okay, with all that said, let's get this first game underway. Let's see who it picks. Oh, Dad's getting in there at the last minute there as well. Alright. Lupine 1, you are the first contestant up tonight. Good luck. There's a full screen game. And here we go. Oh my god, what is going on with my frame rate? That's hideous. It's stuttering like hell. I'll have to look at that, why that's doing that, but that's really off-putting for me. Okay. Well, if you're ready, Lupine 1, here we go. Which polyphenols found in plants and seeds adds bitterness and astringency to wine? We're just looking for the number of the answer. Tannins is correct. Which flower refers to the throne of the Emperor of Japan? Chrysanthemum is correct. Netta Barzilai from Israel made what animal sound during her winning performance in Eurovision 2018? Chicken is correct. How many universal truths are there in the Buddhist faith? 3 is correct. Which Roman emperor is arguably associated with a surgical procedure whereby a newborn is cut out of its mother's womb? Caesar is correct. The Panama Canal connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans via which sea? Caribbean Sea is correct. Euskara is an isolated language spoken primarily in what European region? Basque Country is correct. The British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher had what nickname including an element? Used just about half your time. 7:20 in. Still have both passes and both pits. There's your first pit used. Here's your question again. The British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher had what nickname that includes an element? And you are back in play. Iron Lady is correct. What was the real surname of the writer Lewis Carroll? Dodgson is correct. Ingmar Bergman's 1955 film Smiles of a Summer Night was adapted into what 1973 Stephen Sondheim musical? Incorrect. Correct answer was A Little Night Music. What was the pen name of the writer Eric Blair? George Orwell is correct. Amethyst is the birthstone for which month? You have just over a minute left. Still both passes. Have one pit left. February is correct. What term indicates one who is frivolous, flighty, or excessively talkative? "45 seconds remaining. Don't forget you still have a second pit. Flibbertigibbet is correct. The planet Uranus is named for a god from which ancient civilization? 30 seconds remaining. There's your last pit used. Here's the question again. The planet Uranus is named for a god from which ancient civilization? You still have your two passes left. You can still get a question wrong and move on. And we are back in play. Incorrect. Correct answer there was Greek. In which continent is the capital city of Baghdad? "15 seconds. If you want to leave with the money, you have to bail. You're going to bail. And you leave with, I still haven't changed that currency symbol, because we didn't really properly agree, but those are now 70,000 doots. Congratulations on earning 70,000 doots. And let's see the XP earned that again. Tipster topping that out there, 137, and BMN second, 123. Lupine, our hot seat player, 120. Edam, 111. Farnham, 110. Ryan, 91. Scorecount, 65. Itogi, welcome Itogi, 36. Olgamate, 29. Daz, 22. Random Zombie, 22. Agnes, 14. And Puzzle Dan, 14. Now, does that put you on the leaderboard of the top 15? I think it does, Lupine. There you go. 14th place. You're just on there. 12.28 seconds remaining. 70,000 doots. And if we look at the current standings, there we go. Tips has now gone into the 15,000 XP bracket now. Level 30. First place there. Score count in 4th. B-Man in 5th. Edam in 12th. Lupine in 15th. Puzzle down 16th. Agnes 21st. Daz 25th. Ryan 26th. Itogi 31st. Farnham 82nd. Holgamate 94th. And Random Zombie 95th. Alright. That was a good game there, Lupine. Well done. And let's start the new lobby off. I changed to that layout, and I'm going to find out what's going on with this monitor, because I wonder if it's something to do with the fact that this monitor is running at 75 Hz and all my other monitors are running at 60. So one moment, I'm just going to do stuff. Let's display settings. The LG monitor. Yeah, numbers only, indeed. That seems to be what we've agreed on now, that it's numbers only now. So change the refresh rate to 60 to see what that does. Keep the changes. We're just a bit disappointed if this does fix it, because I would rather have 75 Hz just in general. But if it breaks the stream, doesn't make it run that well, then it's definitely not worth putting it on 75 Hz. So we'll see how that goes. Welcome, Toshi. Expert is currently off. Even though some of those questions seem very expert-like, I believe expert is definitely off. I will check the settings file, because I have that out earlier. I was messing around with that. Next run, setup, not dev version, must exclude expert, must exclude this is an Easter egg, and must exclude, I'm not going to mention that category yet, because that's for later. But it's excluding another category so that you don't get other questions that's special. Welcome, Cetra. Is this your first time here? If so, welcome. Welcome to Quiz Night. Every Wednesday, 8 PM British summertime now. Now that we are in daylight savings, we should be doing quiz-related stuff. Wonder what this special mystery game is. I wonder. There's only one person that really does know what that is. Oh, you can guess. Of course you can guess. I'm not going to stop you from guessing. Oh, I mean, maybe. I don't know if I'll tell you. Duel is in a few weeks' time. We will be running Duel. If you are new here, then join the Discord, and in there will be a sign-ups channel. You can sign up to be part of Duel, which is on the 17th of April, I think. Yeah, I think it's 17th of April. Basically, in 2 weeks' time from this day. If you are familiar. Millionaire. No, it's not Millionaire. No, the special game here is still Wonderwall related. Greed. No. Countdown. No. It's still Wonderwall related. Catchphrase. No. Full set winning lines. Not yet. Full set winning lines will be done eventually. But that will be behind Probably behind doing Impossible first, and then I'll do the full game of Winning Lines. Does it have to do with the song Wonderwall? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. Is it Ash Plays Wonderwall? Now, you might be onto something with that one. Winning Lines UK edition. I should do that at some point. I should make it change the prizes to be the journeys around the world and no passes and no strikes, that kind of thing. Once I have enough fans to get to 49 players. Well, technically, for at least with Winning Lines, I can get around it with with a minimum of 6 players. So as long as there are 6 players, then I can technically do the entire game. But yes, having 49 players would definitely be very nice to have. Tutorial bot is here. Indeed. You're doing well on that score count. Thank you very much for the help. Gotta be blockbusters. Again, no. Not yet. Oh, there's that cough. There's that cough that I don't want to have right now. You want to say hello, Whiskers? Do you? All right. Let's bring you up here. Are you going to help? Here we go. Here we go. And bring the camera down. And you see not so much of Whiskers. Where are you going, Whiskers? Should I change the camera angle? Let's change the camera angle. Oh, maybe. Ooh, I actually haven't done. Ha! That's a good point. I haven't done this now with the new monitor stand. Yeah, I can't do that the same way I used to be able to. All right, that's gonna have to stay there for now, I think. Dang it. Yeah, that's gonna have to. I could do that though. That I can do. Follow only. What do you mean? What follow only chat? Really? Don't think I've done that. I don't think I've done that. The mighty tale of Fergus Floof. It is Whiskers, Queen of Floof. Indeed. Meow. Twitch glitch. Yeah, Twitch glitch. I mean, that's what the name of the Twitch avatar is. It's a glitch. Meow. Okay. Well, we'll see how well this monitor goes now in 60 frames mode, 60 hertz. Yeah, I just realised that with the new triple monitor stand, I can't just drop the webcam down beside the side of one of my monitors anymore. I have to actually feed it out completely behind the stand just to get it to sit below the table. I might do that while this game plays out, just so there's it doesn't look too crazy, and then I'll try and get a shot of Whiskers. All right, are we ready for the next game? Let's see who the next contestant is. Cetra, jumping straight in there as the next contestant. Good luck. Debut performance. Here we go. Let's see how much you know. 15 seconds of your inspection time. Oh, let's see if I can feed this thing. Oh, this is very... shoot, that's not good. Right, here we go. Here's your first question. Bactrian and dromedary are types of which animal? Remember, you can just type anywhere, type in chat, type in whisper, wherever you want. Someone's given a bad number, apparently. I can't say who has, but someone has, so you're going to pass that question, okay. Which actor, later known for roles including Doogie Howser MD, played the balladeer in the Broadway production of Assassins? You go past that one, no more passes left. Which current Premier League football club has appeared in the FA Cup final 4 times but have never won it? If you don't really know it, at least have a guess now. You have a couple of strikes you can use up. The incorrect answer there was Leicester City. First and last name required. In the 2007 Doctor Who Christmas special, which singer guest starred with David Tennant's Doctor? Use about half your time. There you go, Kylie Minogue is correct. What's the name of the mythological Greek figure who flew too close to the sun? Icarus is correct. Prince Albert II of Monaco competed in what sport at the 1994 Winter Olympics? Don't forget you also have 2 pit stops as well that you can use for 15 seconds of extra inspection time each. Just say the word pit if you want to use one of those. One minute and 20 remaining. There's your first pit. Here's your question again. Prince Albert II of Monaco competed in what sport at the 1994 Winter Olympics? And you are back in play. Bobsleigh is correct. Who is the current leader of the Scottish National Party? 1 minute remaining. You still get a question wrong and continue, and you also have 1 pit remaining. Incorrect. Correct answer there was Sturgeon. What does a galvanometer detect? Bailout is now active as well. 40 seconds remaining. Electric current is correct. In the Dickens classic story, A Christmas Carol, who is the first ghost to appear to Ebenezer Scrooge? 30 seconds left. Still have 1 pit. Mali is correct. Iran, Jordan, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and Turkey all border which country? 15 seconds left. Incorrect, and you... Oh, the timer's going off, and you're out. Oh, why did that timer continue like that? That should have stopped. Oh well. Excuse me. Oh, coughing up now. Yeah, that was the last question there was... Correct answer there was Iraq, unfortunately. And the past questions. Bactrian and dromedary are types of which animal? That was a camel. And which actor, later known for roles including Doogie Howser MD, played the balladeer? That was Harris. That was a good first attempt, though. Yeah, very good for the first attempt, first ever run at the game, even if it's a spectator or not. But yeah, would never have looked for Neil Patrick Harris as Harris. Yeah, that's the kind of problem with being the last name only situation is they do kind of disappear into the ether of answers like that. So they just sort of like, oh yeah, of course it's Neil Patrick Harris, yes, but you wouldn't look for just Harris. Got tricked by a number of those. Yeah, that's the point of a lot of the questions with their close answers is that they're there to dupe you into choosing the wrong answer sometimes. Let's see. Best strikeouts is that okay? You're 7th, so it's not the best and it's not the worst strikeouts we've had. So yeah, pretty average strikeout game that. So yeah, pretty good. And let's see where everyone is. Tipster still on the top. Scorecount and BMN still in their respective places. Edam in 12th, Lupine and Puzzle down next to each other, 50th, 16th. Agnes 20th, Daz 24th, Ryan 26th, Itogi 30th, And then everybody else, Farnham Ref 73rd, Holger Mate 82nd, Random Zombie 78 in 85th, and Cetra 93rd. Right, let's get this next game going. Let's do that, and I need to block the light in some way. There we go. Such a disapproving look, Whiskers. Such a disapproving look. Yeah, kind of a little bit if you're thinking that way, maybe. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Whiskers does not look particularly impressed. Angry cat. Meow. I think it's just the angle more than anything, isn't it? Oh, now you're up. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, now you're saying hello. Oh, this light situation is a bit of a problem, though, isn't it? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going, Whiskers? Where are you going? Dang it. Whiskers, where are you going? There. Stop moving around. I keep having to move to block the light, and then Whiskers just moves out of the way anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Put Whiskers in the hot seat. Don't know if you do that particularly well. Meow. Yes, once you've had a turn in the hot seat, then then you basically get put into a defer list. So it always tries to pick someone new, and then once it's got into a situation when everyone has played, which we haven't had in an episode before because we haven't played that many games, but if such a thing were to happen, then it would reset, and then it would start picking people for a second time. Instead of using pass, Whiskers would just use the word puss. Low effort joke. Low effort joke. Now, BMN. Now. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? You going to sit in my lap or what? I don't know what you're doing. Where are you going? Oh, you're falling off. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You've put it away, Whiskers. Right. Let's start this next. Yeah, don't forget to drink water. Yeah. Especially with me being ill at the moment as well, I'm drinking a lot more than I normally would do. And actually, it's not sparkling water, this is just tap water in a sparkling water bottle. So it's not even that special. Alright. Let's see who gets picked next. BMN, you are the next contestant up. Good luck. Hey, he's using special commands that I haven't mentioned about. Well, I have mentioned about, but yeah, special commands. Here we go, here's the first question. Which term describes both the peak of excellence and Wile E. Coyote's usual contraption supplier? Acme is correct. What is the only property on a classic London Monopoly board to appear south of the Thames? Oh my god. Stop messing around with the speed. Just pick one speed. I think it's called med or medium. There you go. Back to regular speed. Have you got an idea on the answer to this one? Old Kent Road is correct. The 1998 agreement between the UK, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, known as the Belfast Agreement, is alternatively known as the Good Friday Agreement. Indeed. How many pips are on a standard 6-sided die? This question was used in the Q&A section, wasn't it? 21 is correct. Which name is both a Christmas song and a character from The Walking Dead? It's alright, it's a fairly simple question. It's not like the multiple choice questions on 1 versus 100 where it's a bit more critical that it doesn't want to match. You use about half your time. You're going to pass that one, okay? One more pass left. Which TV doctor scandalously changed sex in 2018? Scandalously? Interesting. Who is correct? Which of the senses you do not have if you suffer from anosmia? Got about a minute and a half left. Still one pass, still both pits. And all your strikes are intact. Smell is correct. Which president of France came between Nicolas Sarkozy and Emmanuel Macron? Poirot. Incorrect. Correct answer was Hollande. Barrel, troop, and wilderness are collective nouns for which animal? You have 1 minute left. Incorrect. Correct answer is monkeys. Bailout is now active. Belmopan, you're going to pass that one. No more passes left. The island made up of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, called Greater Antilles, is also known by what name? 30 seconds remaining. Put the slow mode on. Still have both pits, remember. 20 seconds remaining. 15. There's your first pit. Back to medium speed. The island, made up of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, called the Greater Antilles, is also known by what name? When we're back in, you'll have 15 seconds left. We're back in play. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. You're the pit. Here's the second pit. Oh, he's keeping it tense. I'm not going to repeat the question again, but it's the same question. Now he's in fast mode. 5 seconds when we come back into play. Here we go, back in play. 3, 2, 1. You're going to bail. You're just ratcheting that up at the end there. Completely unnecessarily. Let's see those past questions. Which name is both a Christmas song and a character from The Walking Dead? It is, of course, a carol, as in a Christmas carol. And Belmopan is the capital of which Central American country? That is Belize. And the bailed question, the island made up of Haiti, that is Hispaniola. Didn't know that one at all. Wow. Good stream TV, yep, exactly. Tipster says, should point out that the original question text definitely didn't say scandalously. Well, it does now, so I'm afraid that's what the edit was. Tips to first place there, 125, Lupine 111, Holgamate 87, Edam, Cheese 81, Beerman 60, Agnes 59, Ryan 57, Daz 45, Scott Count 36, Farnham 30, Puzzle Down 22, Itogi 22, Random Zombie 14, etc. 7. That's probably not your best performance. Well, it's not in the top 15 either anyway, Beerman, so I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry. Let's see where everybody is on the leaderboard now. Tipster still in first place. Score count Beerman same place. Edam, I think you've moved up a spot. You're now in 11th. Lupine and Puzzle Down 15th and 16th. Agnes now up to 18th. Daz up to 23rd. Ryan 26th. Itogi in 30th. And then we've got Farnham, Holgamate, Random Zombie, etc. in 72nd, 74th, 84th, and 92nd place. Fast is too fast, slow is too slow. There is also a very fast option as well. If you thought that was too fast, there is a very fast option as well. Now, why did you not tell me this? I'm sorry. Now, one thing that has occurred to me is that it probably remain at that whatever the last speed was. So it may end up still in fast mode. So whoever is playing next, you might want to change it back to medium by just saying med when the game starts. That is a bug that I haven't gotten around to fixing. So, is there a command to go lightning fast like Simon sends? Well, I think very fast would categorize as that. Why is the stream only in 1080p? Well, I'm only an affiliate, so unfortunately I don't get any preferential treatment on choice of transcoding options. They either happen or they don't. It should work at any point when the game is actually live and you are chosen to be the hot seat player, Tipster. So you should be able to just say it whenever the game officially starts, as it were. And that includes the 15-second startup and any time before that. So yeah, sorry Drahuska, but the options available for those are completely out of my hands. That's just if there are Twitch servers available that aren't being used for things like Twitch Rivals or whatever. If I was a partner, then it is likely, then I would be able to get preferential treatment on having transcode options, but that's not the case, unfortunately. So it either happens or doesn't, and I can't do anything about it. Sorry. I mean, I could run it at a lower frame rate, but I don't really want to. I would rather run it at 1080p 60 if I can. Especially for this, it's a bit it'd be a bit weird having all the answers be a bit smaller. I don't know. Yes, Agnes. That is kind of the point. Is that it's trying to mimic how the game would have been presented in the studio, where it would have been across 3 monitors. So you would actually have to physically look over to your left, look over to your right, to try and find answers. The nature of it just auto-scrolling that's just part of trying to make that work. There was a thing mentioned back of potentially having an option to have all 49 answers up, but I'm kind of against that, just because A, it ruins that particular element of the game, B, is probably going to be very difficult to play that kind of game if you aren't running at something like 720p at the very minimum. So for those that would be able to watch at 480p or lower, would just not have a chance. So it's one of those things that I'm trying to remain faithful as best I can to the original in some way, while it's in a completely different form factor. So that's the happy middle ground that I've chosen. Is it scrolls across from left to right like that. So it is what it is. Yes, it would be annoyingly hard to fit. Yes, I'd actually probably end up having to change how the layout works entirely for that. I mean, it's 49, so that's 7x7, so you could do it in a very regimented grid, but again, that breaks the whole idea of it looking like a wall, like you've got bricks that are sort of staggered like that. So I don't want it to be regimented either, because that it makes it very easy to read when it's in a regimented grid. Whereas if it's broken up like it is in a wall, then it's yeah. If Twitch extension supports scroll bars, imagine the possibilities. BMN, they do. Viewports, you can do whatever the hell you want in a viewport, so long as it. I believe that scroll bars and things like that are entirely doable in in extensions. So, and even if it's not native scroll bars like you would see on your standard browser, I could still implement my own scroll bar anyway. I could even do like pinch slide stuff as well. But then that kind of then starts to break down what gets presented in the stream view and what gets presented on the extension view. You kind of get this weird kind of disconnect between the two. And then suddenly my actual stream content is just a black screen. It doesn't have anything else on it. But yes, BMN, in theory, yeah, you could actually answer with it being like that, with an actual wall that you actually scroll around and click on. Black screen, make it happen. By that point, I'll just make it a separate app that you just play in. You know, you just download it and play it. Black screen, the best ITV game show. Yep. Excuse me, coughing it up. Have 3 sections, section A, B, and C. What do you mean, have 3 sections? I mean, that's exactly how this wall is actually designed. Is it is in 3 sections? Because I basically just copied the exact design of the wall and how the bricks are laid out from select each section. Oh right, okay. So you can choose section A, section B, section C. That's kind of reasonable, actually. That's quite reasonable. Yeah, that's a reasonable idea. Because that is what you would be doing when you played the game. Is that you would quickly look at monitor 1, monitor 2, monitor 3. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That could work. Yeah. I'd be happy to add that to the list of things to try out. Definitely, I'll put that on a trial. So Catnip, to add to the list is instead of doing scrolling across left and right, give chat the option to focus on a specific screen of the wall, i.e. screen 1, 2, or 3. Because the wall, as I've got it designed, is actually like that. It is in 3 screens. You just can't see the edges of the screens on the full scroll container. So that is entirely a possible thing to do. We can just say turn the scrolling off, and then you can choose look at A, look at B, look at C. You just say, hey, since we're now no longer using the answer texts, we can just have a simple command: A, B, C. Just to say you want to see screen A, screen B, B, screen C, C. Simple. So actually, nice suggestion. Nice suggestion. So that when I get around to it at some point, we'll try that out as a trial. I could even leave it as, well, you can play with the scroll, or you can play with your own control. I'm happy with that. Hello there, cool dude in the 9.2s. All right. Well, thank you very much for that idea. That is a good idea. I will look into it. But in the meantime, let's get the next game going. Let's see who it picks. Ryan, you are the next contestant up. Good luck. Full screen game. Oh yeah, Ryan, you might want to say med if you want to slow it down. Or slow, that will work as well. You ready? Here we go. Here's your first question. Complete the saying, once bitten, twice What? Someone gave a bad number, apparently. You also add an option for it to automatically cycle between the three. Potentially so as well, Agnes. Yeah, that's another option as well. Yeah. So just every now and then it will just toggle between A, B, and C. Yeah. Potentially so. Thank you, Catnip. I'm going to pass that one, okay. In a standard game of Scrabble, a double letter score square is what colour? Gonna pass that one as well. No more passes left. What is the largest living structure on Earth? Two and a half minutes remaining. You still have both your pits. Great Barrier Reef is correct. In the 1996 video game Super Mario 64, the main protagonist is on a quest to rescue Princess by what name? Correct answer there was Peach. The most commonly known form of flytrap plant is named after the Roman goddess of what? Used half your time now, Ryan. Still have both your pits left. Someone's giving a bad number. Someone's really giving a bad number, apparently. What's going on with that? Got 1 minute and 30 left, Ryan. Incorrect. Correct answer there was love. Bella is active. The name of what room at California Institute of the Arts is used as an Easter egg in many animated movies, including almost every Pixar movie? I have been reading that. This is so bad. Sorry. The name of what room at California Institute of the Arts is used as an Easter egg in many animated movies, including almost every Pixar movie? There we go. I can actually read questions properly. You're back in play. We've got just over a minute left. Correct answer. A113 is correct. What does the company title HSBC stand for? 50 seconds remaining. Incorrect. The correct answer was Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation. You leave with nothing. Unlucky. Let's see those past questions. Complete saying, once bitten, twice shy. And in a standard game of Scrabble, double letter score square is what colour? It is light blue. Alright, let's see how everybody did. Lupin and Score Count topped there with 97. Then Tipster is third place, 89. Farnham and Edam, 82. Daz and BMN and Itogi, 67. Cool Dude and Agnes, 45. Random Zombie and Puzzledan and Cetra, 30. And Ryan, 20. I don't know, is that your best strikeout performance? I think it might be Ryan. You're down in 12th place on that leaderboard. And let's see how everyone's done. Tipster still in first. Scorecount and B-Man still in 4th and 5th. Edam in 11th. Lupin and Puzzledan still 15th and 16th. Agnes in 18th. Daz 23rd. Cool Dude there in 25th. Ryan in 26th. Itogi 29th. And we've got Farnham Ref 65th. Random Zombie 81st. And Cetra 87th. Okie dokie. Unfortunately, public chat is a more convenient option for me. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, the game is definitely better played on a PC or desktop environment rather than on mobile. On mobile, it is a pain. I will say that. it's the same with 1 versus 100. But hopefully, when I get around to adding extensions, and I do intend on adding an extension for this at some point, then the experience will be a bit easier for those on mobile, because we'll be able to add a dedicated mobile extension to it. So yeah, that's the hope anyway, is that in future we'll be able to use the extension for everything. And then that also means, certainly with this game, with the extension, it'll be able to tell you immediately if you got the answer correct or not, rather than you just being kind of up in arms whether you actually whether you actually answered correctly in time or not. So, what rank are all the joke names now? I don't know. Can you remember any of them? I deleted myself, so I'm no longer tied in that position. What? Wait, hang on. Have I not fixed it for in Wonderwall? I thought I fixed it. That looks like it's just created an entry. Unless E did exist with 0, but no, everyone else should be on 0 as well. Didn't I fix that? E did exist, but I would have thought there should be a tie. No, I did not exist, there you go. It's a 27-way tie for position 101. Oh, E is in that list. Oh, duh. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. We'll just blame this on me getting ill. We'll just blame that on that. I will do. I mean, I don't know when soon will be. Yeah, I'm getting ill too, Catnet. Today it's just come on rather rottenly. Just developed a lovely cough, a slight headache, slight temperature. It didn't help that the office was like stupidly hot as well. It's a stupid thing. Monday, we came to the office and all the heating was off, completely off. We'd found out that the power had been off to some of the office floor over the weekend, and the heating was just off. And then they came to try and fix it. They couldn't. Then they tried to come and fix it again, and they couldn't. The best thing they could do was put the heating on full, rather than have it thermostatically controlled or anything. So at the moment, the heating in the office is on full blast, and we can't control it. So today it was approximately 29 degrees Celsius in the office. Yeah, that was fun. Rank Charles Ingram. The millions are safe. They are indeed, BMN. Puzzle they're trying to revive UK Deal and No Deal. What? Mr. Blobby's on the ball where Nolly when you need him. Oh my God, Noel's house party. That was certainly Saturday night entertainment around that time, wasn't it? I remember going to Crinkly Bottom. That was the name of it, Crinkly Bottom. I've definitely been there when that was still a thing. It's no longer a thing anymore, I don't think, but I definitely did go to Crinkly Bottom at one point. And no, that's not lewd or anything like that, but yeah, those of a particular, those of the, what was it, 90s in the UK? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, I did get to go to Crinkly Bottom, and I've got the mug to prove it as well. I don't know where the mug is. I think that's still at my parents'. But yes, I did actually get to go. I can't remember much of it. I was quite young at the time, but I did get to go. Zips, yeah. I think a lot of the UK people here are just sick and tired of said B word. I mean that as well, Catnip probably as well. Bingo. Oh, I'd love to play a game of bingo. Blobby, 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 blobby. God. Oh, the tornado grab money thing. Yes, indeed. Yeah. I can't remember the Noel Gotcha. I can't remember that one at all. But grab a grand, yeah. As a journalist, it's been 3.5 years since I've had a news day without that thing. Oh God. Wow. Yeah, you definitely want to avoid it at all costs then. I mean, yeah, there's that as well, Catnip. But hey, it's the start of a new era in Japan. Let's look forward to that. Ash for President and PM. Not in this condition. Jeez. I can hardly do politics. There are many more people in my Facebook friends list that would be better at politics than I would. I'm a soft touch, I am. Anyway, let's get this next game underway. Cool dude and all the twos. You are the next contestant up. Good luck. Just let you know, cool dude, we are currently playing slow at the moment. You can change the speed. There you go. You're already cottoned on. We're in fast mode now. Let's see if you can perform well in fast mode. If you're ready, here we go. Mute and trumpeter are types of which majestic bird? This is too fast. Incorrect. Correct answer there was swan. What's the capital of India? BMS says I can play fast mode. How is this? I definitely can't. When I'm looking at it on this monitor, it's just going by like a blur. I'd have no chance at this speed. New Delhi is correct. What is the capital of Australia? Welcome, Atomic. Let me just send the command out. Click that link, that gives you all the information you need to know. Canberra is correct. Which US president came between Gerald Ford and Ronald Reagan? You're going to pass that one. What is the name of the 2013 biopic that focuses on the life of Julian Assange? Fifth Estate is correct. Which state is also the name of a country? Georgia is correct. In what decade was the last execution by guillotine carried out in France? Used about half your time. Still have one pass. Still have both your pits. There's your first pit used. In what decade was the last execution by guillotine carried out in France? 4 of 20 in. And if you're ready, we are back in play. '70s is correct answer. Which word from the Old French for the word lodgings announces or indicates the approach of something significant? Got a minute and a half remaining. Incorrect. Correct answer was harbinger. What is a brand name often used to describe hook and loop style fastenings? Bailout is now active. Velcro is correct. Which rock consists of quartz, feldspar, and mica minerals, or mica minerals? 60 seconds remaining. Granite is correct. Which British tabloid, famous for its page 3 girls, once published a headline, Freddie Starr ate my hamster? 45 seconds remaining. Still one past, still one pit. Bailout is active. The Sun is correct. Who directed Shutter Island, Gangs of New York, The Last Temptation of Christ, and Taxi Driver? You get a pit, that's your last pit. Who directed Shutter Island, Gangs of New York, The Last Temptation of Christ, and Taxi Driver? Coughing it up, and we are back in play. 30 seconds remaining. Scorsese is correct. Retail giant Richard Sears began his career in 1886 with a company that sold what? 20 seconds remaining. You're gonna bail. Don't blame you. I wouldn't have known that one, definitely. I know Sears is one of those big retail stores in the US, but I wouldn't know what they originally started selling. Apparently watches is what they initially started selling. Yeah. Okay. And which US president came between Gerald Ford and Ronald Reagan? That was Carter. That was the other. That was just the other past question. All right. Well, that was a good game. That was a good game, that one, and especially on fast mode. Bloody hell! I forgot how fast mode was, and that's not even the fastest it goes. Like I said, there's a very fast option as well. Good game, good game. Tipster top there with 156. Then Edam 135. BMN 133. Lupine 127. Agnes 120. Ryan 118. Farnham 112. Coolwood 90. Daz 74. Itogi 67. Scorecount 44. Puzzle Down 22. And It's Atomic 14. Welcome, It's Atomic. Oh, excuse me. That doesn't put you on the best wins leaderboard, unfortunately, cool dude. Let's see where you are now on the leaderboard of XP. You are now in 24th, just behind Dazarino in 23rd. We also have Tipster in first, Score Count BMN in their places still, Edam still in 11th, Lupine in 14th, Puzzledown in 16th, Agnes in 17th, Ryan in 26th, Itogi in 29th, Farnham Ref 59th, and It's Tom in 67th. You see, oh yeah, you didn't probably didn't play this though. You may have played 1 versus 100. Now I remember. I'm gonna say you already have some XP, so you must have played something before. But you probably played 1 versus 100. When the mystery game coming? That will be at the end of the stream, I believe, or certainly near the end of the stream. It is, yeah. Should be around that time. Elias also waves hello to me. Okay, so that is an indication saying I think you are ready whenever you are, Elias, then. But I'll still probably do it near the end of the stream anyway. What did BMN say? I don't know. Just confirming I made it home safe. Okay, cool. BMN fast mode and being drunk hardcore mode unlocked. Yeah. Will the next person not do fast? I bribe you with virtual cookies. Wheel of Fortune? No, not yet. Not yet, Ryan. Besides, Big John does Wheel of Fortune every now and then. So I don't think I'll bother really re-implementing the wheel on that one because his version of it, which already has Twitch integration in it, just works. So if I were to do Wheel of Fortune on here, I'd just basically find Big John's version and run it on here, maybe. Price is Right, same again. Big John does Price is Right, and I'm definitely not going to be able to better Big John doing it. I'm not even going to attempt doing Price is Right because I just wouldn't be able to live up to the expectation that Big John can do. So I'll leave that to him because he can do a far better job than I would ever be able to do. So many, yeah, and I have to know the rules of said mini games. I know a few, I know quite a few, but I don't know all of them. It also doesn't help that obviously everything on The Price is Right, which is TPAR, it's all in dollars, and it's all recommended retail prices of stuff that may have existed a long time ago. So you got to kind of account for not inflation happening and things like that. Just do what Drew Carey does and make it up on the spot. I guess. Make up everything. Just everything. Yeah. The vault is definitely a good option. I do like the idea of the vault, especially with the whole idea of trading with other Twitch players. Take it or leave it. Which one's that? Which one's that again? Game show. Oh, Take It or Leave It. Yeah, I remember that one. That was with Richard. What's his name from Early Morning ITV. Yeah, that's the one where you have the question. It presents an answer, and you have to take it or leave it. Basically, you just have to take that option or not take the option, and just take the. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That one actually. I do like that idea. But yes. Discord. Go to the Discord and all that jazz if you've got ideas for future game shows. We already have a kind of schedule of ones to do in the future, but we're always looking for new ideas as well. And also, as Elias has asked about in a few days ago, or I think it was yesterday maybe, I'm also not averse to just trying out completely brand new game ideas that aren't even existing game shows or anything. If you've got a decent idea for a game mechanic that will work well in a Twitch environment, I'll definitely be up for trying it out. If you've got those ideas. Obviously, we want to do a lot of well-known stuff just to get people in to the stream, but certainly every now and then we'll just try something experimental and see how it goes. And who knows, might be able to then get some weird commission out of it. I don't know. Tipping point. Oh God, no. Word-based ones is always a good one to go for. I will not have my name besmirched. Again. Tipping point with Tipster. It's the Tipster point. Hey, I can do jokes as well. Woo. Why are you licking yourself? It's Atomic. This isn't a silly puppy stream. This is a different stream now. Get out. Who cares? I care. Yeah, this is a very generally more wholesome than Silly Puppy's dungeon streams are. So, welcome Connor. Welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? The matters. Anyway, if you get licked, my bot will deal with them. Alright. Then I come with a dirty joke in there, yeah. And sometimes I just slip of the tongue for me as well, just say something completely unexpectedly lewd like that, yeah, whatever. Unless you're in Yorkshire, in which case tut doesn't exist. What about the People Versus? I did kind of think of that, but the problem with the People Versus is being able to vet questions from people in a decent, timely manner, and them being of suitable difficulty as well. There is an entire process there of accepting questions, then vetting them, then making certain they're on a decent difficulty curve, and then actually put them into the game, as it were. Fancy 2-month badge? No, it's still just the 1-month badge, but I've just gotten around to doing it. Who Dares wins the rich list? That's not a bad idea. Do you have Beat the Bong? Maybe. Okay, let's get some more Wonderwall underway. Let's see who's next. It's Atomic. You are the next contestant. Good luck. Wipeout is definitely on the list. Wipeout is definitely one I want to do at some point in the future. It's your first game. Well, good luck. We are in fast mode as well. If you want to slow it down, just say med or slow just to slow the wall down, because it's probably a bit fast. And if you are ready, here we go. What is the longest river in Asia? The Yangtze is correct. In what year was Leonardo DiCaprio born? (1974) is correct. The line that joins two opposite corners of a square is called what? Diagonal is correct. Which Michael starred in the movie Falling Down? It's 1 minute if your time used so far. If you don't know your Michaels, you can always pass the question. Casually agrees with the audience. Douglas is correct. Which actor played the title role in 2018 movie Venom? Oh yeah, that happened, didn't it? I kind of forgot that film exists. You'll probably be looking just for the final, just the surname. Correct answer there was Hardy. In the basic English language version of the board game Scrabble, which letter tile is most common? E is correct. What is the name of a Western-influenced Japanese dish that consists of an omelette, fried rice, and ketchup? Minute and 40 remaining. You still have both passes and both pits remaining. If you don't know it, you might as well pass. Unless you are looking for it. You still have a pit as well. One minute remaining. Pit means you can stop for 15 seconds. You also have passes as well. If you don't like the question, just pass the question by saying pass. You're gonna pass it. Alright, what is 2 risen to its own power? $30 seconds remaining. Bailout is now active. If you want to leave with any sort of virtual money, you will need to bail. 4 is correct. In computing, what does the acronym GUI stand for? Graphical user interface is correct. 15 seconds remaining. Phoenix, the largest city and capital of which US state? 10 seconds. Still both pits available. You get a bail. You leave with 25,000 doots. That's the name of the virtual currency we're using now, is doots. I just need to get it actually working. Very nice first run though. Farnham Ref top there, 120. Then BMN and Tipster 119. Edam 112 with Agnes. Lupine 105. Connor 104. Ryan 88. Scorecard 82. Itogi 80. Daz 75. It's Tomic 70. Boy D 45. Welcome, Boy D. Random Zombie and Cetra 37. And Puzzle Dan 22. And if we see what that has done to the overall standings on XP, we have Tipster in first. Connor's joining us now in third place. Score count and BMN still fourth and fifth. Edam now into 10th. Lupin 14th. Puzzle Dan 16th. Agnes 17th. Daz 23rd. Ryan 25th. Itogi 27th. Boydie 31st. Farnham 53rd. It's Tomic 62nd. Random Zombie 77 and Cetra 84th place. BMN saying it's weird. I half like fast, half hate it. Yeah. I wonder then maybe if you'd prefer a speed that was just slightly in between medium and fast. Then if that would be your sort of like Marmite fast. That'd be the sweet spot between medium and fast for you, maybe. Let's start a new regular lobby off. Need a speed faster than Med, but actually readable. Well, we might be able to, might be doing different things with the whole scroll thing, depending on these suggestions that have come in from chat earlier today. So. It's Clunt. CLNT, yes. Excuse me. Anything else there? I think the scroll thing is good for a base to show on stream, and the screen switch idea should be an overlay thing. Okay. So if it ended up being properly fully implemented as an extension, then the extension overlay would have the that switching option. It would display just one screen at a time, just over the top of everything, and then the stream, as everyone else can see it, it will still play it scrolling like that. That makes sense. That does make sense. That way you're not reliant on the hot seat player to display specific answers. Yeah, makes sense. The audience would get the usual TV audience view, and the player the option with for the more in studio feel. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, it's just one of those weird things, is that given that I'm doing it as a viewer component, it's the view on top of a view situation, so I've got to make it work for that layout. Whereas in the the regular game show setup, it's they have a real world setup, don't care. Here's a TV broadcast setup, completely separate. Yeah, that doesn't make words actually. That does make sense for the extension to be like that. Hello there, Rex. Welcome. What are you up to again this evening? Is it an XCOM night, Rex, or is it a Bayonetta night? It's a Bayonetta night. Okay. Oh, the cough. Oh, the cough. But it's at my 3 PM or your 11. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be ending the stream at 10 PM, so there will be an hour leeway between the end of my stream. Yeah, exactly. There'll be an hour leeway between end of my stream and the start of yours over on the Great Berate on YouTube. Who's British here? Hands up. But that's obvious, isn't it? How's the show going? Going okay. I'm getting more and more ill, but other than that, yeah, I'm fine. And we've had some new people playing along as well and playing their first games. As Tomic just said, just had his first game, and yeah, he did well. Drank lots of fluids. I am doing so. Excuse me. The stream should be named The Self-Destruction of Ash's Voice, indeed. Where's Stay Hydrated Bot? I don't know. Do I have to invite Stay Hydrated Bot to have it happen? Welcome, Zach. Good to see you. Welcome. I would not advertise being part of the UK right around now. Well, for those reasons, I guess fair enough, random, but I don't want to be associated with that kind of crap at the moment. If anything, I would associate myself more as someone of the EU rather than someone that is of the UK, because that's what I would say in this current day. But I'm not going to say any more than that, because I know Tipster doesn't want any more than that. That is all I'm going to say. These days I identify more as an EU member than I do as UK. I do invite him. Alright, okay, well. I'm already having way more than Stay Hydrated Bot would tell me to have anyway, so. Imagine if Trump had a Wonderwall. Well, we could break it down. We could break the Wonderwall down. Quick, we all moving to Canada. Nothing bad there at all. On the surface, maybe. Ash has been drinking very slowly for 50 seconds now. That's where my stream is at. What? Stream should be finishing in about half an hour's time, yes. So, likely this normal game and then a special game, or if I'm quick, 2 regular games and then the final game. So let's get this game underway, and then I should be able to fit one more in before the special game. Edam, you are the next contestant up. Good luck. Oh, and we're still in fast mode, so if you want to slow it down, just say med or slow, something like that. There you go. And if you are ready, Edam Cheese, here comes your first question. What mustached detective was portrayed by David Suchet in a mystery drama series from 1989 to 2013? Poirot is correct. What is the offspring of a male donkey and a female horse called? Mule is correct. The performance of what radio play is said to have caused panic in 1938 due to people believing it was a news broadcast? War of the Worlds is correct. In the Harry Potter series, the House of Hufflepuff is represented by which animal? Used 1 minute of your time. Badger is correct. The debtor in a perpetual bond would be paying it off for what duration of time? forever is correct. What is the English translation of the Latin battle cry, ad arma, ad arma? To arms is correct. Which king succeeded Edward III and was succeeded by Henry IV? Richard II is correct. Who composed Clair de Lune? Doing pretty well so far. Used just about half your time. Still have both passes and both pits. Debussy is correct. In fiction, who captained a vessel called the Nautilus? Incorrect. The correct answer there was Nemo. Who wrote On the Road and Big Sur? Commentator's curse there, sorry. Kerouac is correct. In the Harry Potter franchise, what's the name of the Wizard Bank? 1.5 minutes remaining. Still both passes, still both pits. Gringotts is correct. In archery, a set number of arrows that are distinctly separated for scoring purposes is called a what? I'm going to pass that one. First and last name required. Who was Henry VIII's third wife? One minute remaining. Still have one pass and both pits. Jane Seymour is correct. Which Nintendo president said the quote, "Please understand"? 40 seconds remaining. Gonna go into fast mode. Iwata is correct. Derived from the Italian phrase for the little bell. What nickname is often attributed to the third of Franz Liszt? You're going to pass that one. No more passes left. Bailout is active. Which snake is used in the name and design of a brand of Healy's Cornish cider? You get a pit, so that's your first pit. Which snake is used in the name and design of a brand of Healy's Cornish cider? And you are back in play, Edam. Back to medium speed. 15 seconds remaining. Rattlesnake is correct. Absolute zero is a measure of 0 degrees on what temperature scale? 8 seconds. You need to bail if you want to leave with money. 5, 4, get a bail. Well bailed. 80,000 doots are on your way. Well, they're not, because they're doots. They don't go anywhere. And the one you passed on there... you didn't... yeah. The one you passed on... derived from the Italian phrase for the little bell. What nickname is often attributed to the third of Franz Liszt's 6 Grandes Etudes de Paganini? There is La Campanella, and the one that was bailed on absolute zero is a measure in Kelvin. That was a good game, that one. And good speed controls there as well to quickly find Iwata on the board. BMN topping it this time, 154, with Lupine, 148 in second place. Boydie, third place, 142. Then Tipster and Scorecount on 138. Edam, 130. Connor, 122. Ryan, 113. Farnham, 110. It's Atomic, 109. Daz, 67. Nitogi, 66. Rex, 51. Cetra, 30. And Puzzle Dan, 14. That's not the best performance you've had with us before, Edam. Your best performance is still in 8th place on the leaderboard, where you got 90,000 doots with 16 seconds remaining. And let's see where everyone stands. Tipster's still in 1st place. Connor's still in 3rd. Scorecount in 4th. BMN in 5th. Edam in 10th. Lupine in 14th, Puzzle Dan 16th, Daz 23rd, Ryan 24th, Itogi 27th, Boydie 30th, Rex in 33rd, Farnham 44th, It's Atomic 57th, and Cetra in 81st place. Well, let's get this next game underway quickly. We do have enough time for it. So we'll get this one game in, and then we'll have the special game after. Got plenty of cheese. Well, thank you for the follow there, Boydie. Thank you. Don't know if that came up on stream or not, but do we even have follower announcers? I think I have follower announcers, yeah. But thank you anyway. Thank you for following. As long as you answer before the hot seat answers the next question, you will get some points. Exactly as Tipster says. If you answer after the hot seat player has answered, you still have the grace period of one question to answer in time. You just get fewer XP for answering in that time. That's all. Itching to pit your wits against the Wonderwall, are you, Connor? Well, let's hope it gets you picked for this time. This will be the last one for the general public to play. One more normal game and then the super special end of the game mystery. No one knows what it is. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Last for the season, yeah. Last for the current specified season, yes. So there'll be this game, and then next week will be the final XP earning game of the season. Because the week after that will be duel, and then after that, everything gets reset. All of the XP gets reset. Leaderboards for this game won't get reset, obviously, but the XP overall will be completely reset. So everyone will be on a level playing field again, and there will be into Season 2 of Quiz Night. Don't know yet if I'm going to have another week off in between then or not, but at the end of the season or not. But we'll see. We'll see when it comes to it. By the 101 way tie. Unfortunately so, Puzzle Dan, yes, they will be gone the way. Until I manage to introduce the bug again in future in another game. Who knows what new introductions there will be for the new season, indeed. I'll say I'm hoping to add in Impossible to the list of new games as well, and also the full Winning Lines experience as well. So those will be the next major new games, as it were, for Twitch. But obviously I also want to get extensions properly working for 1 vs 100 and this. And of course there's loads of things. Do XP carry over all games? Yeah, any game that awards XP, yes. Obviously I'm going to be doing the hard reset at the end of the season, but yes, XP does carry over from game to game. There's a slight debate over whether the streak bonus in 1 vs 100 is a bit too powerful in comparison to how much you can earn in Wonderwall, but that's one of those things you just have to balance. The Winning Lines experience, that's a new name for Ash and the Duke's Right. Well, I'm just developing a new band or something called the Winning Lines Experience. Paul Daniels Wipeout. Yes, it's definitely Paul Daniels Wipeout. It's got good music in it as well. Right, let's get this game underway. Who's it gonna pick? Let's see. Dazarino is the one to be chosen. Good luck, Daz. Here's your 15 seconds. What, you never saw the $64,000 question, Lupine one? You should definitely have a look at that one. Anyway, Daz, here's your first question. What's the capital of the Philippines? You're gonna pass that one. How many European countries start with the letter U? Ah, so you have seen a few then, Loopy. 182 is correct. Sir Thomas Hungerford was the first recorded person to hold which political position? Incorrect. Correct answer was Speaker of the House of Commons. What's the first name of John Travolta's character in the movie Pulp Fiction? Excuse me. Vincent is correct. Which artist's most famous painting is The Scream? You can pass that one, no more passes left. The lead singer of which band that went on hiatus in 2005 won the 2017 UFO Researcher of the Year award? What? Blink-182 is correct. In the CSI franchise, Gil Grissom led the Las Vegas crime lab. Gil is short for what name? Gilbert is correct. Caterpillars get into cocoons and undergo metamorphosis in what stage of their life? That's half your time used up. No more passes left, but you do have both your pits still remaining. Incorrect. Correct answer there was pupil. Bailout is now active. Which actor played the role of Joey Tribbiani in the TV comedy Friends? LeBlanc is correct. The International Umbrella Corporation is considered responsible for the zombie outbreak in what game series? I'm going into fast mode. One minute and 20 remaining. Both pits still available. Resident Evil is correct. What term is used to describe the small indentations on a golf ball? You have 1 minute remaining. Both bits still active. Dimples is correct. Mike Wazowski and James P. Sullivan first starred as the protagonists in which movie? Monsters Inc. is correct. What emerges from a chrysalis? 45 seconds remaining. Butterfly is correct. The extended area of a tennis court, often used for doubles matches, is colloquially known by what name? 30 seconds remaining. Still both pits available. There's your first pit. The extended area of a tennis court, often used for doubles matches, is colloquially known by what name? And if you're ready, here we go. 25 seconds remaining. Tramlines is correct. The high street retailer HMV is an abbreviation of what? "15 seconds remaining. His master's voice is correct. In a song in Disney's Frozen, what did Anna suggest to build? You're gonna bail. I just saw that alternate close answer for HMV. Who suggested that? Oh my god, that was such a good suggestion. Oh, it was Flush's question, was it? Let me go find it. It was just so... It was one of those kind of like 60s Batman kind of quotes. Not now. Search for... Remove that. Search more. HMV. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was "Holy mackerel, Vatman!" Holy mackerel, Vatman! Oh my god, it was just so funny. So funny. Tipster topping it there, 192. Farnham, 180. Edam, 177. Lupine, 171. Ryan, 162. Connor, 160. It's Atomic, 155. Score count, 148. BMN, 146. Boydie 127, Daz 110, Itogi 59, and Rex 59, Cetra 52, and Puzzle Dan 7. Same VAT time, same VAT channel. There weren't any past questions on that, were there? I didn't. Oh wait, no, wait, there were. Sorry. Past questions were: what is the capital of the Philippines? It was Manila. Which artist's most famous painting is the Scream? That was Munch. And in a song, there was the bailed out one. In a song in Disney's Frozen, what did Anna suggest to build? It was a snowman. And here is the XP table as it currently stands. Tipster still first place. Connor and Scorecount and BMN 3rd, 4th, 5th. Edam in 10th. Lupine 13th. Puzzle Down 16th. Daz 22nd. Ryan 24th. Itogi 27th. Boydie 28th. Rex 32nd. Farnham 41st. It's Tomic 45th. And Cetra 75th. Okie dokie. Elias, are you contactable? Let me give you a call. And choose a better region than Western Europe, because I know that doesn't work. So I'm going to choose a different region. How you doing, Elias? Hello. I'm doing well. I don't know if chat can hear you, though. Apparently not. Let me just check the output is doing the right thing. Let's try to that. Can you hear Elias now?
Testing, testing.
Yes, but now I can't hear you at all. Oh, we're going to have this problem again, aren't we? We're going to have this problem again where they can't hear you. Okay, well, I can hear you now, but I know that they can't because the desktop audio is not picking you up at all on OBS. So now it is just you in my ears now. Why? Why? What if I was to choose that as an option? Say something now, Elias? No, that's not going through, is it? Technical difficulties. Don't you just love them? Why is it that when I choose the output device in Discord to go to a specific device, it all just blows up and doesn't do the right thing? That's entirely correct answer to give. Again, if I do that, then now they should be able to hear you. Yeah, they can hear you now because I can see the peaks appearing on Mixer, but I can't hear you at all, which is so stupid.
That is quite unfortunate.
So it's either I can hear you or Stream can hear you, but not both. That's really not fun. Yep, I agree. Desktop audio device 2. Okay. Let's choose. Oh, I know what I could do, maybe. Maybe not. No, that won't make sense. I wonder if this is voice meter screwing with shit as well. Because I know that this got all screwed up the other day because everything got unset because for some reason my headphones lost the stereo device for some reason. Yeah, very much so. So let me change this to something completely different so that it's no longer pinning on that device. Oh, excuse me. Go away, voice meter. No, that's still not doing it. Dang it! Everything is fine. It's not your problem, Elias. It's my problem. But I don't know if there's anything I can do about it because it's just being really stupid. Anybody have any suggestions from chat that I could try? Obviously, I could restart the stream, but I'd rather not have to do that. Because I know Discord does like to mess around with audio settings, but they are set to default, which is what it's always been and has always worked in the past. So, but it is very weird when I set that to the headphones output device, which is the one I'm listening to. It doesn't work at all. Maybe. Because if I change it to that, then you are definitely going out to Discord. Yeah, so now they should be able to hear you.
Hello again,
Let me
chat.
hit the restart button in Discord.
People.
Okay, so I've hit the restart button, but again, I still can't hear you.
And yeah.
Like that. I can still hear you, but they can't now. Okay, other thing I can do, change the device that Windows is listening on. Because now that I've started Unity up, I think it should be bound to my headphones in theory. So if I change that device now, so that's no longer occupied. And do that.
Hi, bot.
Nope, that's definitely not it. Dang it! What is going on? Dang it! That's not fun. Headphones. So that's back onto that. I mean, what I could try and do in a crazy... Go on, let's do this crazy thing. Let's see if voice meter can be my saving grace here. Shouldn't have to use this, but I might be able to. So headphone out is going to be that. Yes. That one I don't care about the virtual device. This is going to go to... It's going to output to voice meter input. So now I can see you are coming in. And I just need to pipe that to me, I think. Or not. Oh, wait. Send to A. Nope. I can see you're doing stuff, Elias, but it's not helping for me, unfortunately. Even though, again, it should be going out to headphones. It should be going out to the headphones, and yet I can't hear it. That's really stupid. So going out to my main speakers, it works. But not to my headphones. Well, okay. Well, we'll just have to say that doesn't work then. Yeah, we're just gonna have to say that's not working today. Or anything else we can do? No. Oof indeed. One other thing I could do is I can turn my headphones off and on again because it's connecting directly to that. Let me try that. God damn it. suppose I really should be in this mode as well, so you can actually see me while I'm doing this.
Much clearer now.
So you definitely just came through on my main speakers. That definitely happened. You know what I can do then. Because I only do the headphones thing just so that there's not much audio bleed from my mic. But hey, let's just do it from speakers because I think it will just work from speakers. So if I do that and I choose that, say something, Elias.
Testing.
Yeah, that works absolutely fine. That absolutely works without problem. Going through the desktop, going through the speakers. The only problem now that they'll have there's the possibility that the mic will pick up the speakers as well, but I don't mind that happening if that were to happen.
I mean, I think that's as good as we're going to get at this point in time.
Yeah, very much so.
So, hello, chat. Hi, Ash.
Hello. Right, so are you going to explain to them what this is all about there, Elias?
Yes. So, Ash has been kind enough to host, I believe this is, day 7, day 8 of Wonderwall? A number of episodes. We've had somewhere in the range of about 80-ish runs, of which only one has made it to the top. That would be Clive.
Yeah.
But Ash has watched carefully through all of these, and studied everyone's techniques. And so Ash will now be illustrating to us all how it's done.
Oh, really?
Hopefully. I have a special set of questions specifically designed for Ash, and he will be facing the Wonderwall himself this time.
That is indeed the case. Right, let me set that up then. What I will need to do first, though, is I'm going to take the my music volume down completely because it's just going to swamp your audio.
Makes sense.
I'll also bump your audio up as well, just in case. So the game's probably going to be a bit quieter than normal, but I don't care. And so I'll go to this questions tab, and where I have these currently marked as don't ever, and now I'm going to go and switch Ash Game on, as always. I believe this is an Easter egg that doesn't need to be on. So now there are 25 questions specifically tailored for this situation.
Indeed there are.
And
which means every single one of them should appear at least with the real answer on the wall.
Indeed. And there's this special button I have here, which in theory, I haven't tested this properly, but in theory, hitting this Start New Special Game button will make it so I am the hot seat player and we just jump straight into it. Everyone else, don't forget, you can still play as a spectator in this game. That is not a problem. But yes, place your bets as to how many you think I'm going to get in this game. And do bear in mind that, well, I haven't seen these questions. I do have the feeling that Elias may have written them to be targeted to me in some specific way, because he has been asking various questions, kind of alluding to, what kind of things am I interested in? What kind of question topics could he be writing about? That kind of stuff. So these questions might be specifically tailored for me. I don't know.
I would be very surprised if the audience got some of them, but I think a fair number of them. We should see some scores.
And I've been true to my word. I haven't seen any of these questions, even though I technically could. I have the admin ability to be able to see them, but to maintain this, I've definitely looked away from Ash Game stuff. Even when, like, half an hour before the stream started, when I was testing to see if the Ash Game thing would actually work, it didn't work at all because there weren't enough questions that would work.
Yeah, I may have duplicated an answer once or twice.
Okay, Right, are you ready for the hosting duties then, Elias?
I am indeed. I suppose I should be reading them from chat because that'll be about as close as I can get to actual time.
Indeed, yeah. And I need to get to a chat window as well so I can actually answer.
Might be beneficial.
Might be beneficial. All right. Good luck to me. Here we go.
All right, Ash. The game has started. Here are your 15 seconds of review time.
God, what are these answers going to be? Oh, we're going fast as well. Hang on, we need to slow that down. Okay, we've got Final Fantasy stuff. We've got the IT Crowd special emergency phone number. We've got brass instruments. Oh, we've got to check the end digit of the bloody IT Crowd number. Okay, here we go. Let's see. What's the question?
We begin. What is the highest mountain in the UK?
That'll be Ben Nevis.
Ben Nevis, correct. What is the one-word name for the Ben & Jerry's flavor, described as vanilla ice cream with vanilla bean specks?
Oh, is it just that? I don't know. It is.
Vanilla is correct, yes. Louis Daniel Armstrong, aka Satchmo, was best known for playing what instrument?
Good old Satchmo. Where's the trumpet? Where is it? Where is it? There you are.
Trumpet is correct. What instrument typically plays the A note?
That's an oboe.
Their instruments, it's an oboe. Which scientist discovered the effect that reading the name of one color in another color is slower and more error-prone than reading the name of a color in its own color?
Oh, good old Stroop.
Yeah, correct. Which Square Enix game features Sarah and Noelle as the main playable characters and is narrated by Lightning?
Oh, that's a typo. It should be 13-2, not 12-2, but I guess that's the answer.
Yes. The US game Tic-Tac-Toe has what other name in the UK?
Oh, Noughts and Crosses, where I'm in a pit.
All right, taking your pit stop.
There it is.
Looking for the UK equivalent of Tic-Tac-Toe. Sounds like you have it ready to go.
I have it ready to go. I'm just looking to see where the things are. Oh, my birthday's there as well, I can see.
And we're back in Noughts and Crosses, correct. At the time of the game's original releases, what company developed Dragon Quest and 999?
Oh, I don't think I know this one. I'm going to have to pass that.
Passing that. The famous Tchaikovsky piece, often set to the sounds of firing cannons, is the 1812 what?
Overture, where are you? 47.
Correct. What does the E in the MPEG file format stand for?
Ooh, I actually don't know this one. E? What could it be?
Still got the one pass, the one pit stop, no strike yet.
I wonder, is it an export exchange format? I think it is. No,
That's
experts.
incorrect. It's experts. The Poe sisters in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time share their name with sisters from what novel? Here at about half time.
Is that Little Women?
It is Little Women. Who is the original host of Countdown until his death in 2005?
Oh, God bless him, Richard Whiteley.
Oh, Whiteley's correct. The items Brits call a jumper is to Americans what kind of
pullover.
sweater over one's head? Pull over. In the IT crowd, what number replaced 999?
0118 909 8819 725 3.
Correct. In the GNU operating system, what does the G stand for?
Oh, it's like X and A. It stands for GNU.
Correct. The M1 connects London to which other city?
Probably Leeds. I'm going to pit though,
Stop.
just to check.
Your last pit. We have about a minute 12 when we come back into play. 7 questions to get to the top.
It's definitely not Manchester. Manchester will be the M67. So yeah, I'll probably go with Leeds.
And we're back in play. Leeds is correct. How many pence made up a shilling?
Oh God, pre-decimalization currency.
Still got that pass if you need it.
Into a shilling. Let's go with 20. No,
20 is incorrect. It's
12.
What was the actual name of Grumpy Cat?
Oh God. Infinite
Still have the
personality.
pass. Can't afford another strike.
Isn't it tartar sauce? Yeah.
Tartar sauce is correct. 45 seconds. Which musician is the current host of The Joker's Wild?
Is it really? God, where are you, Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, sorry to subject you to that, but it did help out here.
Is it just DOG or is it? No, oh, there it is. 39 Snoop Dogg, double G.
Correct.
There we
What score writer program currently owned by Avid was named correct?
Hey,
What
Jungle Line.
13-member ska band based out of Sheffield has a name?
Oh God, where is it?
Habitat. 15
27.
seconds. Only 3. Jungle Line is correct. What the brand Whiskas makes food for what domesticated animal?
Where are you, cat?
Hurry, hurry! Do not time out.
I'm gonna have to bail. It was there on 20, but I couldn't get it in time. All right.
Oh, but 400,000. 18 correct. That is an excellent showing.
That'll do.
The question that you passed on at the time of release, Dragon Quest in 999, was by Chunsoft. Before they became Spike's Chunsoft.
Okay.
Oh. Let's see. Top scores there. Atomics with 202, outscoring Ash on his specialty questions. Ash at 180, Edom at 166, Gogo 164, Farnram 160, Lupine 109, Daz 66, Ryan 64, and Puzzle Dan at 15. Very good job there, Atomic.
How the hell did you do that, Atomic? A lot of those questions I was answering quite quickly, but hey, yeah. All right, fair enough. Oh my God, that puts me in 5th place.
Yes, that gets you really high on the list. Behind 2 other 400,000s on time, unfortunately, but definitely a very nice showing. A good way to end off Wonderwall for this season.
Oh God, some of those questions were so good. Like, I'm so glad you got the IT crowd number in, and you made it the test to make certain you got the right number at the end.
Actually, if you look carefully at it, the last 4 were different.
Oh, were they? So what? So it wasn't 7253 on the other one?
No, it's 6214, I believe.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, I was only looking at the last digit because I knew it had to end in a 3. So.
Yes.
As the song goes, 01189988119991197253.
I was really hoping you would sing it. The questions that did not get asked, if you would like to hear them, because there were about 3 left.
Yeah, sure.
Where might you find a flageolet and a mixture?
Oh, I guess that would be like like a church organ or something like that.
Church organ, correct. On Blockbusters, how many hexagons are on the board during the Gold Rush?
During the Gold Rush, that's quite specific. So in the standard game, it's 5 across and 4 down because that's how they balance the 1 versus 2 heads. Is it just the same? In which case, then, if it was a 5x4, would that make it 20?
It would be 20. It's specific because in some versions of that show, they had a tiebreaker round that was a 4x4.
Or the new Blockbusters on Comedy Central where they have a hexagon decider round thing, which is just one question and it's get it right, you go through, get it wrong, the other person goes through.
Yes, and the last question, which birthday is shared by Mark Twain, Winston Churchill, Dick Clark, Mandy Patinkin, and Ben Thatcher?
I didn't realise Winston Churchill was tied on that birthday. I'm guessing it's of my birthday.
Yes, it was your birthday, not mine, which was also on the board.
Oh, right, okay.
But yes, November 30 would be the correct answer to that one. And those would have been the Ash Game questions.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for that, Elias. It's really appreciated.
Oh, it was my pleasure. It was my pleasure.
Oh, look at that. Catnip. I'm on the XP table in 77th place.
Well done, Ash.
Oh, dear. I'm surprised I actually jumped all the way up to 77th, but yeah, 180 XP, fair enough. Yeah, well, a lot of people are ahead of me, Farnham. That's just the way it is. Well, that concludes Wonderwall for this season, and next week we'll be doing 1 versus 100, and that'll be the finale of 1 versus 100 for this season as well. Not that it's had that many episodes, but still, will be the last one before scores get reset, and then the week after that, so in 2 weeks' time from now, will be Duel, which I'm sure you're looking forward to, aren't you, Elias?
Oh, most certainly. My chance to finally show off what I can do.
You can
which
actually
will be nil on the first question.
Now, I'm sure you'll do better than that. So yeah, join the Discord. if you want to sign up as being a potential contestant for Duel. I think we already have a good number of people to be able to do a simple knockout tournament, but if we do have more, then I have plans that we could maybe instigate to allow more people to play as well. I'm not going to say much more than that. I know Elias knows what I mean, but I do have plans.
Indeed, some very interesting ideas.
So look forward to that, and yeah, I will see you next week at the same time for 1 versus 100. Until then, good night.